Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me on another video, and in today's video we're going to be covering tech news, rumors, and just general what's going on in the tech world. And this is actually a two-part segment where today's segment is going to be tech news and tomorrow's segment is going to be automotive news. So I'm going to be doing this on a weekly basis with tech news coming out on Saturdays and automotive news coming out on Sunday. So it's just going to be a collection of the roundups, rumors, and stuff that's been going on in the tech world. Even though I'm wearing this suit to look formal, no, this segment is going to be a little bit less informal and I'll be sharing the news and what's going on with the tech world and automotive world on a general basis. So let's get right into the first piece of information for this week, and that is going to be the iPhone X. So as many of you guys know, the iPhone X has been facing a lot of issues ever since it came out with its software. There's been a lot of complaints about battery drain, about non-optimized software, and just general issues. And one of the major issues was with YouTube. The YouTube app was draining a lot of battery on the iPhone X, and a lot of users, including myself, were experiencing a lot of heating and massive battery drain when they were watching videos on YouTube. Now, Google has updated the software, and they've claimed that the software update has fixed the issue with the battery drain, and so far I can see that I have a lot better battery life on YouTube. So for me, I think the issue has been solved. I'm not sure if everybody else is experiencing the same thing. However, I'm glad that YouTube quickly fixed this problem because it was becoming a little bit annoying. I'm yet to see, however, that a lot of Google apps such as Google Maps, the Gmail app, are still not updated to work fully with the iPhone X, and it's a little bit weird to see a big developer like Google not pushing out updates as quickly as possible despite having the resources to do so. So moving on, we have some news about the iMac Pro. So the iMac Pro was introduced at WWDC this year, and it's been 6 months since it was introduced. However, we still don't have any solid release date yet. We just have that December of this year date that Apple gave us 6 months ago, and no updates. However, there are some rumors floating around out there now that say that the iMac Pro will have the A10 Fusion chip inside of it to enable the Hey Siri functionality. Now, this is a very interesting rumor because the A10 Fusion chip is a very powerful chip, and I'm not sure whether or not Apple will spend the resources to include that chip just to add that Hey Siri functionality. Maybe it might be added to support some other stuff. However, I'm not sure whether or not it will be included. It is a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. However, it will be interesting to see what Apple does if they do introduce this A10 Fusion chip in their iMac Pro. So moving on with some more Apple news, we have some news about the HomePod. So the HomePod was introduced alongside the iMac Pro at WWDC this year, and we were told that it will be releasing in December. However, we've just gotten information that it has been delayed, and I think it was said that it was delayed till 2018. No month given, so it might be January, it might be February, we don't know. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later because Apple's already missed out that boat on getting those Christmas shoppers to buy their products. Now, I'm guessing that they wouldn't delay a product unless it had some serious issues or it was not complete because they've had about 6 months already from the announcement to work on it. Hopefully we'll see it soon enough, but I'm not sure the exact date, and I'll keep you guys updated if I get any more information. So some more iPhone X news, this time coming out of India. So Indian retailers are claiming that Apple has decreased their margins even more than compared to before, where they were claiming that the margins set by Apple were 6.5% per device, and now they've reduced it further to 4.5%. Now, this is in comparison. They claim that other manufacturers provide them anywhere from 10 to 15% of margins on their devices, and Apple has further reduced their very low margins from 6.5 to 4.5%, which they claim is not enough motivation for them to work on selling these devices. So a lot of stores across India have stopped selling the iPhone X, and they won't be selling them until Apple either revises the rate or there's some changes with the margins that have been introduced. So the last piece of Apple news for this week is that Apple is reported to be working on a new power management chip for their devices, including the iPhone, which we might be seeing from next year, as soon as next year, in fact. And this power management chip is supposed to control the power consumption and further maximize efficiency of the iPhones. Now, this is very peculiar because I think that the iPhones are already very efficient. In fact, they're probably the most efficient phones on the market right now. And it's very interesting to see that Apple is making further steps to better the efficiency, which is very, very cool because efficiency is the key of the game. And Apple has proved it time and time again that they don't need the highest specs to get the highest performance. And it'll be very interesting to see what this new power chip can provide in terms of performance. Moving on, we have some news from OnePlus. So OnePlus has started rolling out their Android 8.0 update for all their devices, all the way from the OnePlus 3 to the 5T. So all the devices will be receiving the updates, and in fact, my own OnePlus 3T has received the update, and it's very interesting to see that OnePlus has beat out a lot of larger manufacturers such as Samsung and HTC to these software updates. They are only lacking behind Google, in fact, with these updates. So very cool to see that OnePlus is still on the ball with software updates, and now almost all their devices are running the latest version of Android, which is unheard of for most Android phones out there. So we have some news from Amazon. Amazon founder and CEO Jeff Bezos has crossed a net worth of $100 billion. His net worth crossed the $100 billion mark over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, and he maintained that until Wednesday, where sadly, again, a stock price fall resulted in his net worth being corrected to $97.5 billion. Still very impressive and still the richest man in the world. However, no longer a $100 billionaire. However, I'm fairly certain that over Christmas weekend, we'll see him go way above $100 million anyways. So the final topic of today's episode is net neutrality. Net neutrality has been in the news for the past couple of days, and for a very good reason. The FCC chairman, Ajit Pai, wants to remove the laws protecting net neutrality in order to benefit large corporations such as Comcast, Verizon, Spectrum, and Charter. By removing net neutrality laws currently in place, these corporations can control the internet, basically. They can control consumers' speed and data based on the websites they visit and the service plans they have. So, for instance, if you use a lot of YouTube, what your internet service provider can do is they can say, oh, you're using a lot of YouTube, you have to pay us a special fee every month to access YouTube at a high speed rate. Otherwise, we'll just reduce your speed rate and you have to watch it in lower bandwidth, despite you paying for the internet service that you're still paying for. Now, the net neutrality laws are in place to make sure that ISPs can't do exactly that. However, Ajit Pai does want to remove these laws. Now, the reasoning behind it and all that, I'm not going to get into in this video. I will be linking a very good video down in the description below where a fellow YouTuber, Jerry, better known as Barnacules Nerdgasm, has made a very thorough and clear explanation on what net neutrality is, how it affects us, and what we can do to try to protect it. And this is a very important topic, and I think everybody should take time out of their day and find out what net neutrality is and why they should care about it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, please give me a thumbs up and be sure to comment down below what you thought about it. If you want me to improve something in this format, let me know. This is the first video I've made like this, so let me know if you find any issues and if you want me to improve on anything. Follow me on social media. I have all the links down below. I update all the behind the scenes stuff and just random day-to-day stuff. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, wherever you want to. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next one.